Welcome back, my wasted youth. This is Rev taking you through Pokemon Special Pikachu Edition. When last we left our intrepid hero, we had finally defeated Giovanni for the third and final time, gaining ourselves the Earth Badge. Yeah, that's right, the 8th and final gym badge we need before we can head off to take on the Elite Four anytime we choose. So, why are we still here? Well, I ended off last episode right here, fishing, for two different Pokemon. One was the Poliwag, which we caught, and the other one was a Horsey. Now, why a Horsey? Well, my note said Horsey could be found in VER. Well, it dawned on me that, yeah, that's Viridian City. Hey, perfect, man, that's right where we are. Not till far later did it dawn on me that VER was also Vermilion City. So, yeah, we don't need to fish for a Horsey there at all, because Horsey isn't here. We need to go to Vermilion City to get Horsey. But, right now, we are going to be, well, somewhere else. So, let's take a look at the new evolutions we've got. So now, while we are looking for evolutions, we are not going to jump into the very next set. We're actually going to skip them, and the reason for that is one of the next set still hasn't evolved yet. So what we're going to do is we are going to use the Moonstone and use it on this Nidorino. Nidorino's evolving. Wait a minute. What's Nidorino evolving into? Well, look at that. Hey, perfect, man. Now we have our very own Nidoking. That's great. Thrash. Man, I don't care. I don't plan on using it. So I'm just going to say no and abandon it. And there we go. Now, how about if we use another Moonstone on this Nidorina? And now our Nidorina is evolving. If you haven't guessed already, Nidorina is going to evolve into, well, Nidoqueen. Perfect. So just like that, we have now got, if we take a look at them, we have got the Nidoran female, the Nidorina, Nidoqueen, Nidoran male, Nidorino, and Nidoking. Absolutely perfect. So, now with that, let's throw these back into the PC, gain a regular party, and head off to Cerulean City. And so now let's just head over to Cerulean City. We are going to head outside and use, I'm lost right now, Pidgeot to fly directly to Cerulean. Absolutely perfect. Now, in Cerulean, there are one Pokemon we'll be able to catch in the water. The problem is we actually want two of them. Now, there is a secondary problem in Cerulean City, and that is the only way to get to the water in the area is to go back over Nugget Bridge and fish right from the very top. That's right here is the perfect spot for us. So let's do exactly that. We're going to go into the items, and we are going to, wherever it went, use the Super Rod. Perfect. So we don't have a nibble yet, but you know what? That's going to change. Now, in this particular area, what we can actually find is a Goldeen. And it looks like since we have a bite, odds are it is going to be that Goldeen. Absolutely perfect. So, it's the same problem we had with the Poliwag, unfortunately. Well, maybe. I actually think we have a shot here, so let's see if we can. You know what? I'm going to Ice Beam it and see if that works. Perfect. Oh, wow, I was not expecting that to work. And it's frozen solid. Okay, well, that is going to make things a lot easier for us. Well, look at that. Absolutely great. So we have now caught a Goldeen, and now we are done with Cerulean City. Perfect. I would have never guessed that would have worked. No, I don't want to. Man, I just want to get out of here. On to the next place and catch some more Pokemon. Now, we actually have a few stops that we need to make, but we're going to start out by jumping onto Pidgeot and flying just south of Lavender Town. And that whole mess of bridges and docks that are just south of Lavender Town is a great spot to catch a whole lot of different Pokemon. Now, we are going to need to come back to Vermilion City and all the rest, but I think this is probably a good spot to catch some new Pokemon for us. So let's see what we can do. And we throw out the Super Rod and immediately get a bite. Hopefully it's something we can actually use. Wonderful! Will you look at this? This is Horsey. Perfect, so let's catch it. Now, granted it's a level 20, but I am not going to just hit it with Ice Beam. I think that's kind of a bad idea, so I'm going to go with Confuse Ray, and hopefully it will injure itself enough that we can actually catch this thing. This is not going to be a quick fight, but you never know. It could end up doing pretty well. I hope it does, anyway. I would hate to think that this is just going to drag out for far too long. Now, it's going to continue hurting itself, which is great. I would guess another 4 hits well, maybe another 2. So we're just going to continue. Oh, there we go. That's perfectly fine with me, so we are going to fight and use Confuse Ray one more time. It failed, that's not good. But Bubble will kind of clear our heads, so now we should be able to Confuse Ray. Nope, I guess not. And this is definitely going to go on a lot longer than I was expecting. That's okay, though. We will end up catching this thing. So, Horsey is now confused, that's great. And uses Bubble, that's fine. What I should probably do while it is confused is switch into a different Pokemon. And that way, when Lapras comes back, it isn't going to have that smokescreen effect. So it's confused and smokescreen, that's fine. And now I'm just going to switch right back into Blastoise, or excuse me, into Lapras. And now Lapras doesn't have the smokescreen effect, which is perfect. So now we can fight and use that Confuse Ray one more time, and Horsey is now confused. And if it hurts itself, I'm thinking one more time we should be okay. So I'm going to play the Poke Flute. It's confused, hurt itself, and now we should probably be able to catch it. So I'm going to give it a shot. So, will this work? 2. Great! Look at that. We have caught Horsey. Brilliant. And so just like that, we have now caught Horsey. No, I don't want to. Great! So now, do we stay here, or do we continue on? Well, ultimately, there is one thing that we need to do a little farther down. But, for now, I'm going to wait off-screen and catch another Horsey. Now, with one more Horsey caught, we were on our way to get that, well, I don't know if you remember or not. We had found a Pokeball off in the middle of, hey, look, right there. Well, now you know the only way we're going to get this thing is to get onto Lapras and surf. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And we're just going to go right beside it, pick it up, and we have TM16. Perfect. Now, for those of you who don't know, TM16 is Payday. Yeah, Meowth and Persian both use it. And if you want the ability to gain any other money in this game, that is really the only real way you can do it. See, the big problem is you can't refight any of these trainers. So once you've beaten them all, that's it. No more money. So, we are now actually going to fly to Celadon City. Well, why would we fly to Celadon City? Where the next spot we actually want to go to is on the cycling path. We would like to go to Route 17, and unfortunately this is probably the easiest way and quickest way to get there. So, that's great. So all we are going to do is go right down to all of those little water paths that we had faced earlier. And we're just going to stop at the very first one we come to, right here. Looks great to me. And we are now going to see if we can get off the bicycle. So, I can't get off there? Okay, well, am I able to use the Super Rod? Perfect. So now here, has the possibility of catching a new one for us. And no real surprise, if you don't catch the new one, you can always just catch another tentacool. Yeah. So now, what we're looking for ultimately is shelter. And shelter can definitely be found on Route 17. So that's why we're here. The big problem though is all we're really running into is tentacool, excuse me. So we're going to try it a few more times. There are a few different areas of water around here. So it's possible I'm just in the wrong area. That's okay though. We are going to give it a few more shots. And perfect! This definitely couldn't have gone better. So here is shelter. Level 35, this is great. What this means is one shot of Ice Beam should be able to take shelter down without wiping it out. Perfect. That's perfectly fine. It isn't going to do anything to me. And now I am just going to throw out the Ultra Ball and see if I can catch this level 35 shelter. Hey man, that's great. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, that's fine. Now, because we do want both a shelter and a cloister, I am actually going to go off screen and catch a second shelter. And then we're going to move on to the next area of what we need to fish for. And so with that last shelter caught, now we are actually going to go back to Celadon City. There are a couple of things that we just didn't do. So we're going to take a look at those right now. None of them are really all that impressive, but we can get a new TM, and you know, we still haven't dealt with that Porygon yet. Hey, what is this? Wow, man. Okay, I am going to get onto Lapras and surf, and go all the way across the water, and maybe talk to this guy here. Hi there. Well, yeah, hi. Oh, no, that's true, we didn't. I was always blocked off by the TM41. Hey, wow, man. Soft boiled. Well, you know, it's absolutely useless to me, but thank you. Huh. Oh, I know. Only Chansey, huh? Okay, well, you know, if I had a Chansey in my party, it might be a good idea. Well, now we are just going to jump right back on Lapras, and we are now going to get that, well, you'll see. I know, I'm doing it a little, no, I was going the right way in the first place. I am going to be doing this totally differently. Whoop, wrong building. Okay, not a worry. So, where we need to go first is we are actually just going to spend the money to buy the Porygon. But, before we do that, you know, when we fought Giovanni in this building, I actually forgot something. And yeah, so it's still there, so I'm just going to go get it right now. I want to go down to the B floor, or B4, excuse me. The 4th floor basement, and into the room that we fought Giovanni in. Now, if you go into this 3rd one right here, you will find wonderful. And just like that, it is honestly that easy. So now we're going to go back into the gaming corner, and we are going to go all the way back up to the top, and we are going to just spend the money to buy the Porygon. Now the problem with this, in the whole thing, is that Porygon is going to end up costing $200,000. And the big problem is you can only buy money or coins 50 at a time. So I still have to buy 7,000 coins 50 at a time. So I think it is probably best if, while I continue to do this, I shut down the video for now, and we'll catch up next time when I've got all the money for that brand new Porygon. So, this has been Rev taking you through Pokemon Special Pikachu Edition. Till next time.